RC enthusiasts, this is Greg Vogel with RC Driver, and you're watching the first of our Getting Started videos. And this video is simply about powering on and powering off your new radio controlled car and transmitter. So, why am I telling you how to turn something on, turning it off? Well, not everybody understands the proper way to do so. And I've worked in a hobby shop and I've worked at a track and I've seen so many people walk out and simply turn their equipment on the wrong way. And if you do that, there could be a problem. The car could potentially run off or some other unforeseen problem can occur. You don't want that to happen. We don't want your experience to be ruined. So I'm going to give you a few tips on how to properly turn on and turn off your system. And so first we need to start with the radio or transmitter. Now the transmitter always has batteries in it to power it. Make sure those batteries are always good. You always want fresh batteries in there. You don't want to leave it on and maybe next morning pick it up again and start going. This isn't like a toy store brand radio. So make sure that the batteries are always fresh, because when you send your car off down the road, having fun with a speed run, let's say, you want these batteries to be strong so the transmitter is getting the signal over to the car. Now, once you have fresh batteries in there, now you could turn on your transmitter. On this radio, it's right here on the back, and as you can see, the green light turns on. And most transmitters, they do have an LED indicator on it. Sometimes they have a digital readout, so you want to make sure that it's either green or in a higher percentage so that transmitter battery is good. All right, once your radio is on, now you can turn on the car. Work on our Traxxas Scully right here. So actually what I like to do is I always have the battery pack unplugged. And the reason why I do that is even though a car is plugged in, let's say, and your speed controller is turned off, there could still be a power draw there and it'll drain your pack. So always have your battery disconnected when it's not in use. Okay, so now that we have the battery connected, now we could safely turn on the car. Give it a quick test. And now you're ready to drive. Okay, now what do you do when you're done? Turn the radio off first? No. Car is always off first. What I like to tell people when I was working at the hobby shop or at the track, the radio is always on first and off last. So when you're done playing, you go over to your car, you can hit the button to turn it off. On this Traxxas vehicle, I'm just going to unplug it, and that shuts it off as well. Then I could go and safely turn off the transmitter, and I won't have any interference issues. Now, on systems that we're using today, it's very rare that there is a runoff, but it can happen. If you're using an older radio system, the potential for there to be a runaway is much greater. So always make sure you follow those steps I just outlined. And it's just a good thing to repeat in your head until you get familiar with it. The radio is always on first and off last. And so those are the basics on how to properly power on and power off your RC car. We really hope that you enjoyed our Get Into RC video. If you need more help, please subscribe. We have a lot more Get Into RC videos to come, and it should help with your RC experience.